Hi, all. This is Subramanyam Jayaram, Subbu. Today we are going to talk about more on Oracle Cloud OSP process. The OSP process is nothing but whenever we are doing the in-house manufacturing. So if there are few services we don't have enough facilities to perform in our in-house manufacturing center or shop floor, then we have to give it to outside third party people will do that and they will send it back after completing the process. It's nothing but like welding, casting, painting, this type of process or testing they will do in outside uh, specialized vendors and they will send it back once they complete. So we are going to see how Oracle will work the outside processing, and we are going to see the difference between EBS and cloud, how the OSP process will work. Okay, and you can see my details are here. And if you want to know more on the foundation courses like purchasing, inventory, order management, you can talk with Nana. So he is the best trainer in the world. He can explain you in detail, and he'll give the best foundation and uh, foundation on Oracle EPS and cloud system. So I have prepared a slide data sheet here, and I plan to use the US1 legal entity, US1 business unit. These are the vision data, and then I have created my own inventory org, the inventory org like called SUB, and I plan to use the same. And these are the prerequisite modules you need to know before if you want to perform the OSP process end to end in the system. The PIM module, which will help you to create items and bill of material, and the WIP module will help you perform the manufacturing process, and the inventory module will help you to the picking and shipping and receiving the outside processing transactions, and the PO will help you do that purchase order creation, requisition creation process, and then it will help you to create a contract if you have the specific supplier terms are agreed to get that OSP process from them. And then the costing side, yes, you have to set some again the accounts like WIP valuation account, WIP completion account, WIP variance account, resource account. These are the accounts which you need to set, because when you move the material from, I mean, the transaction data from WIP to purchasing to create a requisition or purchase order, then automatically, normally, it will take the WIP account as a charge account of the purchase order. So in that case, so you have to enable your inventory ops and then the right WIP valuation account at manage mapping set at the costing side. So we're going to quickly see that process also here. So we'll start now the system. So I have created a one OSP item. There are few data sets I created to reduce the time consuming here. So I just created a OSP item here. We are going to see how the OSP items looks like in the system. So let me go into the system. I'm using my own, this is the Vision environment. I'm using my own username password. Once you log into the system, go to uh, product management and the PIM. There we can create items, and we can uh, view the items, and we can edit the items. All process you can do it from here. Product information management. I'm going to see this items details. Go to manage items or browse items. Either of these functionality functions you can use it. This is my OSP item. S21. All my items will start S21 for my naming conventions, and OSP item 1. So just click select search, and then you can see I just added, this is I am using master arc, and this is just I assigned for the validation purpose, but only this is my actual arc which I am going to do perform in the transactions. SUB is my inventory arc, and just I open this item here. Once you open this item and make sure that this item type is outside processing item, then go to specifications, and in specifications go to inventory, and this is the OSP items is not inventory item, because we are not tracking any inventory. It's not my asset. I'm not doing any things in my in-house, so everything will be transferred outside, and the third party will do my servicing. And then this is the first step, and next go to purchasing. So once you go into the purchasing, make sure that there is a flag called like outside processing service is S. This is the difference between EBS and cloud. EBS, we don't have any uh, flag like this outside processing item, but you define item and then you have to link that item in the resource level. Then that will be called as outside processing item. But here slightly different process in cloud. Outside processing service will be S. Then the item will be considered as an outside processing item. This is the item level setup. So I'm canceling it. And then after that, I have defined one assembly, one FG item. Under that, I had three components for our manufacturing process. I'll give this assembly item here, search, and I assign to my sub inventory. I'm sorry, I assign to my inventory arc. So just click open this item. So once you click these items, again, this item is a FG item, the same as apply that finish code template, all attributes will be applied. And only the difference is go to structures. Structure is nothing but like a bill. Go to production is the name of the structure. You can define multiple names for the design, prototype, or production, whatever. So this is my assembly item. Under the assembly, I have added three components. This is my bill, which I'm going to do the manufacturing today. And I record quantities are 1111, right? So this is the item level, PIM level configuration which you need to do. And then once you've done this, go back again to first WIP. Once you want to do the WIP transaction, WIP configuration, if you want, because all the WIP is basically based on your inventory org specific. Because I have created my own inventory org, I have to perform few configuration on the WIP side. So go here and go to the offering, manufacturing and supply chain management, and go down. There's a little bit like something called like manufacturing master data. Once you go manufacturing master data, the first setup you need to do the plant parameters. This is nothing but in EBS WIP parameters you need to do that. And make sure that you are going for your inventory arc, change organization. I'm going into my inventory arc. So just click OK. And you see, this is my inventory arc, SUB. And then I have using my existing seated calendar and this is my supply sub inventory and this is my completion sub inventory. This is all again the same as in EBS. There's no change on that. And go here. This is the sequence number generations, my operations in WIP. When you're configuring, you are building the WIP operations, the routing, what are the incremental steps you need to do that. And go to plant parameters. Here I am giving is my work order. This is the S21 SUB my starting number. S21 is my initial numbers and SUB is my inventory org and this running sequence numbers, right? And then here, this is the one you need to set purchase requisition trigger for OSP process. So when you want to trigger automatically the purchase requisition means my work order release or prior operation completion. If you have example 10, 20, 30, there are three operations in my work order completion, work order execution. If I complete prior operation is nothing but if my 20 is my OSP process, if I complete 10 is my prior operation to 20, once I complete 10, automatically the system will trigger to create a purchase requisition. And if you have agreement is exist, it will create a purchase order too. So that's the two options you have. I set is work order release, but in EBS we have three options. One is work order release, like at the operation start, and then the manual. If you set the manual, you have to manually go and create a purchase requisition, purchase order, and you have to link the WIP job number in the purchase order, purchase requisition distribution level. That is the EBS. But in cloud, we don't have that option. We can't able to go create manually the purchase requisition for OSP process. Okay, and then other steps are same, and this is again the maintenance management, cloud maintenance management. If you want to talk more about that, so we'll discuss later sometime. This another video for this maintenance management, how it will work for this forecast origin and work order generation origins, right? This is the plant parameter first setup. So cancel it. I already set for this. And then the next step is I'm going to set the work order, work area, work center, and resources. So if there are two ways you can do that. You can set from here work areas and work centers here, or you can go into the manufacturing, go to supply chain execution, work definition. This is the navigation you can set here. Go here and something called like a work area. You just go into work areas, you set the work areas. I'm sorry, this is the 002. I need to go for my inventory org and just SUB. I set my own work area. This is my work area. Go here, taskbar, work area. The work area is nothing but in the manufacturing shop floor. What is the area? There are some areas they will call as a assembly, and some area they call as a distribution. I mean the service area. Some area they will call as a completely R&D area. So that's how they can segregate the areas. Once you've done this work area, go back again. You have to define the work centers. The work centers are nothing but these are departments in EBS terminology, like assembly department, packaging department, testing department. Here it's called like work centers. That's the difference. I mean the terminology difference between EBS and cloud. Click done and go back again to resources. I have defined few resources like technicians, quality assurance technicians, and then equipment also I defined here. The same what you are doing in cloud, I mean the EBS. If you click this resource, so you can define just simply this a unit of measures hours, and then if you have the dedicated resource in your organization, you can put the resource names here, right? So this is the first level setup. Once you've done this, then I'm going to set my standard operations. Again, the standard operation functionality is same as EBS. There is no change on that. And here the standard operations, for example, assembly, packaging, and supplier testing. Like if you click that assembly standard operations, you see this operation type. There are two types. One is in-house, another one is supplier. The supplier is nothing but the outside processing. This is my first 10th operation. I'm going to do my in-house operations. Assembling, I'm doing it. After completing my assembly, I'm going for my testing, outside processing testing. That's the reason I have selected my operation type as a supplier. Once you select the operation type as a supplier, this will be supplier operation details are be enabled. I'm going to use, this is my item, this is my OSP item, and then this supplier site is optional. If you want to seamless integration, if you want to populate the supplier site everything details in your requisition, yes, you can populate here. If you are not populating, again the requisition may not contain the supplier details. Again, it will pick it from the contract agreement if the item has any contract agreement. Otherwise it will be waiting in the requisition level. Then postly the buyer has to go and do the uh, it has to go and create a purchase order from the requisition. And then again, lead times you can set how many days it will take to complete this processing from the third party, I mean the supplier side, outside processing, how many days. I just put a fixed and variable lead time as a 2 days. So I think as a prerequisite, you already knows how the lead time calculation will work from the manufacturing side. The same as EBS, there is no change on the lead time calculation here. It's nothing but the processing lead time is nothing but fixed plus variable, into lead time lot size something. So that's how 2 days I have given for a testing purpose. Right. So this is my standard operations. Once you've done your standard operations, go back again. You are going to create your work definition. The work definition terminology in cloud is nothing but the work definition cloud means the routing in EBS. This is the terminology difference. Remaining all steps are same. So I have my assembly. I have given my assembly here S21 assembly. This is my assembly. I'll take this assembly here and I'll click search because I already defined that, right? So I have defined the name as outside processing. I just click the outside processing here. So this is the diagrammatic way you can drag and drop, and then you click here. There are, you see here, 10 is my assembly, 20 is my supplier testing, 30 is my packaging. And I have assigned components here, comp 1, and this is my resource. I have two resources, I put it here. And the supply testing, there's no components, no resources, because the reason is I'm sending this testing in outside, not in in-house material or in-house resources. And third one is again, I used one component uh, and then one resource. And then if you want to see the supply details here, there is a green arrow mark here. You click this green arrow mark and go to actions, go to edit. You can see the details here. If you remove the reference, you can go ahead and you can change the values. You can go and change the values here. Work center, or if you want to change the names or different. There are few things you can go and change your supplier details, supplier site, everything you can go ahead and you can change that. If you remove this uh, referenced, okay, and then click. I'm not doing that. Click cancel. I'm using the same what I have. So once you've done this process, you are set for the manufacturing site. All setups are ready at manufacturing site. Once the manufacturing setups are ready, then I have to go and create my BPA, blanket purchase agreement in the purchasing side. Let me go in, create a duplicate. Let me go into the purchasing. Let me show you the difference. For OSP, we have a separate, the uh, type, order type for OSP purchase orders, OSP agreement. So just go here and go to setup and maintenance, document types, I think. Go to purchasing. Just little bit rushing up because I want to complete this video in 30 minutes or 40 minutes. So when you are getting stuck, when you are practicing, please you can send an email to me. I can help you on that when you get stuck. So all task and go to something called like document styles, manage document styles. Once you go manage document style, something called like outside processing style, you click the outside processing style. Once you click the outside processing style, you see this type should be enabled. Outside processing enabled is yes. Normally, otherwise, you can't able to create any purchase order or any agreement in the normal blanket purchase agreement document style or normal purchase order document style until if it is enabled yes. And then in the down you can give your display name outside processing purchase order, outside processing blanket purchase agreement. So this is the setup you need to do for that. Once you click cancel, go back home. Let me open the agreement which I have created for our testing. Go to purchase agreements. I have my agreement number. Let me show you that agreement what I have created here. Go here, uh, manage agreements, and give the agreement number here. Just click search. So this is approved, this is open status, and click the agreement number here and go down. You have a line type, but again in a line type is goods. So normally you may aware now in EBS, if the line type goods means normally in the distribution level that VIP services button will be disabled. You can't able to link your purchase order with the VIP job. But even cloud, we don't have any line types as the OSP processing. Even you can use codes also. But only thing is that whether the item is a OSP item or non-OSP item will be triggered based on the item level purchasing tab outside processing services equal to yes. That will drive the item is OSP item or non-OSP item. Okay, that's the difference. So once you click, well, the same BPA process, but only thing is the difference is outside processing blanket purchase agreement, because in the document style the checkbox is enabled, outside processing is enabled. So done, because I'm not doing any change on this here. So once you've done that, there is something called like again the accounts. I got struck here after creating the BPA. When I released my job, my data got stuck in the supply orchestration. After that, I verified all the errors. I went and seen my mapping set. The costing side, mapping side, I set the WIP accounts, inventory account, purchase charge account, purchasing charge account, everything. I added my inventory org also in that. Then I re-pushed from the supply chain orchestration process, then it got processed. I'm going to show you that where you can how to do the resubmit from the supply orchestration without any technical help or backend any scripts. That's one of the best feature in cloud. Everything can be handled through front ended, so we don't need to worry about any backend access. No need to write any scripts. Enable, I mean, disabling some flags and rerunning the program. No, no need anything. Everything will be controlled from the front end. Again, the inventory side, if you want to do shipping everything, shipping parameter, receiving parameter, pick wave, release rules, shipping rules, everything you have to set. That's all the prerequisites because I have created my own inventory or SUV. Okay, I set all this. Then now I'm going to create a new work order. So I'm going to a work order, cancel, go to home. There's something called like supply chain execution, work execution. And make sure that you have production engineer, production supervisor, and manufacturing engineer roles are assigned. All roles are org specific access. These are the three roles. Once you assign the three roles, production engineer, production supervisor, manufacturing engineer, you will get these two icons along with that maintenance management also. So just click work execution, which is the place where you are going to create your transactions. Go task result. Make sure that you are in your inventory or SUV. I'm in my inventory or cursor and just go for manage work orders. So manage work orders, go and click the plus icon and I'm giving my item, my assembly item, which I'm going to create the work job and what is my transaction quantity. I'll go for a one quantity. Save and edit. Yeah, this is the work order. This is my work order number 1002 because I already tested a couple of orders for the flow whether it's working or not because the new inventory org, and then it will be unreleased data the same as your EBS. And then go back again, you can see the work definition and work structure, details, completion info, everything, completion information, what are the sub-inventories you are going to complete, where you want to put your material and all. So that's the complete. It's all completely WIP. So if people are interested, we can see all the WIP transaction in detail, how to create a work orders, how to create a work definitions, everything. And go to operations. There are three operations in my routing. I have created assembly, supply testing, and packaging. And you can see here 0, 0, 0, 0. These are the resources. And this count point all enabled, right? And you can see the history here if you need. And the remaining all history will be shown here: inspection history, transaction history, IoT inside everything. If you have IoT is enabled, it will show you that IoT details also. And this is my supply testing, right? So if you go here, you can see all, if there is no outside processing, it will show only for midpoint scheduling because it's midpoint stage schedule is nothing but if you are changing your completion date or start date of the manufacturing, then again you can go for a midpoint scheduling. It's nothing but backward, frontward schedule, backward and forward scheduling, the same as in EBS. If it's a OSP enabled, you have to show supplier operation details and midpoint schedule. Supplier operation detail, click that. You can see my work order is 1, PO requested is 0 because as per my web plant parameter setup, the requisition will get triggered, purchase order will get triggered when I release my web job. Right now, my job is in unreleased status. Once I release, it will show as a PO requested as a 1, right? And then if you created a purchase order details, will show here, you have shipping details and receiving details show in the dot. We'll see one by one process, okay? Go done. So I'm going to my job, general information. I'm making the status as a release. Just released. Just click save and save and close, right? And these are the two jobs. So I'll show all the jobs here and click search. I have created three jobs. 1001, 100 is all my old jobs. One is I completed, one is in release status. This is the job which I used created right now, right? So I'm taking this part number, S21 assembly item, and then click this job which we created now, and go to operations, and go to supplier informations, supplier operation details. You can see PO requested is one it's showing. So if you want to see the more details about this process, go to supply orchestration. It means nothing but the interface between the across modules. I'm pushing my details from manufacturing to purchasing module. So I'll go to the supply orchestration process, supply chain execution. There's something called like a supply orchestration, right? So click the supply orchestration. There's something called like you can see on track is 3. Already I have done 2. This is my third. If you have any errors, it will show here. Then if you click that, it will. If you click this track, you can do that here, or go to task carousel. You manage supply lines. If you go for manage supply lines, it will show all the details, not only these orders. So I'll just give my item. Go to items, search. I'm sorry, S21. I need to give my OSP item. Okay, go advanced. Go start with search, and I'll go for my OSP item. Right, search. So you can see these are the lines which got created. Uh, uh, there's something called like right. Work order number is my 1002 is my number, work order number. This is my one which I created now, and this is the one, right? Open that, and click the cursor here, keep the cursor here, and go to buy. You see, this is my purchase requisition, right? So I created my contract agreement. That's the reason automatically system created the purchase order. So that process you already knows, I think. If you want to know how touchless buying like a purchase requisition, it will create a purchase order, the details. Nana is already has some excellent documents. You can talk with him and you can provide the documents and how it will work. Again, you contact Nana, so who have all the documents, how the process and all. One because I learned from this process to him, and on top of that I'm exploring my skill set, right? So this is the purchase order, purchase requisition created, purchase order created. From here you can track it. This is the supply chain orchestration, and then go to orchestration plan. Also, you can see that, right? So it will take a couple of minutes, and it will show you our purchase order details also here. It will be green color. You see, both are completed. Next step is work order closure. Once you receive this purchase order, the work order closure work order closure will happen, right? So again, I told you that how to, if you have struck, for example, this got error, you will get error message here in detail error message. I forgot to show you that because I fixed my error message before fixing my mapping set. And once you fix that error, go to setups or mapping set accounts, wherever error you are getting, fix that error, keep the cursor here, and you go and resubmit. Then automatically system will reprocess the error record. That's all. It's very simple process in the supply chain orchestration. Okay. Now, so here is the process. Once you're done, I'll go here. I'll refresh. You see, I go to my job. I go to my web job, general information. Go to my operations. In the operations, I went to my supplier operation details. In the supplier operation details, you can see my purchase order came here. So once the purchase order created, it got PO requested, PO approved is one. The shop floor guy or the manufacturing engineer, manufacturing production supervisor, they can tightly they can track it. What is my purchase order number, what is my shipping details, what is my receipt details, where is the material, everything you can able to track it in single place. You don't need to flow multiple forms like EBS. He has to go four or five modules. He has to go and he has to validate the data. Here everything will be tracked in one form. Okay. Now again, if you, the shop floor guy, the production supervisor or the engineer, if you want to see what is the PO details, you can just click the PO number and it will take you into the purchase order details number. It's like a view only file. You can go on, you can view the PDF file and you can see all the details from this purchase order itself also. You can see what is my agreement number. You can talk with the supplier. Hey, this is my contract agreement which we already negotiated. Can you please complete this process quickly and ship it as soon as possible? Instead of the lead time is 2 days, why you are delaying for the shipment, right? So all you can talk with that, right? So again, the process is done. Now I'm moving my material from 10th operation to 20 operation, because once I complete 10th operation, my shop floor, and then I need to ship confirm this sub-assembly or the assembly for the testing outside, right? So I'm going to show how to do that. Cancel it. Go to dispatch list. Review dispatch list. Review dispatch list is nothing but again the same as if you have used MES integration with your manufacturing in EBS. In MES will call it as a dispatch list. The same functionality we're also calling here. I'll give my work order number here. I'm sorry. My work order number, this is my work order number 1002, and I'll click search. Or search and go down. Again, there are two way: quick complete or complete with details. If you go with complete with details, it will show you that materials and it will show you the resource, everything. Again, this is the completely the manufacturing detail sessions. And again, here you can see if you have any push component or manually, if you want to apply the resource to the job, and then you click this radio button, you can apply, you can issue the material to the job. I mean, the supply type is push or the resources are manuals. And just quick complete. You see, you have completed the quantity 1 at the operation 10 for the work order. The next operation 20 in the concentration waste testing. Done. Now again, I'm going in my work center, search. And this is my 1002 is my work order. Click here, go to operations. You see, it got completed. You can see the completed. Now it's in process now. If it is in process, what you want to do means I want to ship confirm this document to supplier, third party. When I am doing the ship confirm, I want to generate all my shipping documents like a bill of lading and packing slip and any specification document. All document I will attach along with my sub assembly or the assembly which the supplier need to test. I will send it to them, and the shipment is trackable in cloud. But in EBS, we don't have that functionality. Everything will be offline. We don't have any shipping functionality in cloud. I mean EBS. That's one of the gap in EBS side. But here in cloud, they have integrated that functionality. Now I'm going to ship confirm this work order, right? So I'm taking this my work order number. I'll open another window and go to my inventory. I'll do the ship confirm. So here, supply chain execution, inventory management. So go to inventory, go to task cursor, taskbar. Come on, go to shipments and manage shipment lines. And I give your order number. Order number is nothing but work order number. And search, like add to shipment. No, not add to shipment. Autoclave shipment. This is my shipment number. Click OK. Save and close. Or you can do the ship confirm here. Or I can do it from here. You can see my line got staged. It means it went to staging. Again, same as click the shipment number here, 64198. Then you ship confirm. Again, this is a ship confirm method. I mean, I didn't make this a mandatory field. This field is not enabled properly. I will select my shipping method. I'm sending it to DHL next day app. Ship confirm, right? So the shipment was confirmed. This is my shipment number, 64198. 64198. Right. So we need to make sure that duplicate all the concurrent programs are triggered and shipment advice everything is running. I mean the interface strip stuff in EPS terminology. Go to tools, go to scheduled process, and make sure that everything is running. Right. Send shipment advice should be completed now. So that means that your interface strip stuff run properly. So it will take a time. It will take a couple of minutes, right? So in meantime, we'll go and see in the website. Okay. So you go here, open supplier operation details, and you see there is shows shipment details. But again, you can go and refresh. This is the one of the feature came here. You don't need to close the forms and open again, right? You can just click refresh. 64198 is my shipment. It's already shipped. This is the quantity one, right? This transaction date. Who done the transaction, right? All the details came here. And again, I don't have any receiving details here. So, okay, the supplier is done after 2 days. As per my lead time, the 2 days supplier took, he did all the testings or he did some castings or painting, assembly, he done it, and then is he ship confirmed back to us. If the supplier has already the iSupplier portal is exist, he can create ASN, we can do the ASN receiving here. Again, that is another integrate, one of the option. Another option, if the supplier don't have any iSupplier portal access and you want to send it offline, and he can send you the shipment number through email, or once you receive the shipment into your warehouse, then we found to receive it, just done, go back again into my inventory. I'll go and receive that material. Go to shipment, inventory, uh, sorry, receiving, receipts, and go to receipt, receive expected shipments. And here is the drawback. The problem is the supplier don't have the work order number. I mean the receiving doc over sitting, he can't able to perform based on the work order number. Again, still he has to go based on the item or the purchase order number or ASIN number. I can see that is a little bit gap in Oracle side because I'm the receiving guy. I'm sitting in my dock. Maybe if you have a scanner is enabled, yes, you can scan it, and if you scan the label, all details will come into the system. But if not, then he has to search the PO number and he has to track the PO number which is linked with the uh, work order number, and then he has to communicate to the shop floor guy, hey, you received it, we received your sub assembly after testing or casting or the painting, you can go ahead and complete the packaging, everything, right? That's how he has to communicate. But if he has based on the work order number, if any field is there in the receiving, it will be pretty easy way the receiving guy can do that. But anyway, again, when you're doing this ERP session for this OSP process, I'm sure, I think the one of maybe the business may ask this question. You have to convince them, or we need to raise Oracle for something like innovation idea. Okay, all right. So let me go and do the receiving process based on my purchase order number. I think this is my purchase order number. Uh, Go to search. Hmm. Search. Right. So you see the organization SCV, and this is my PO number and the due date, and click the receipt. So show receipt quantity. Okay. Right. So you can see your work order number here, right? Work order. So once you click the create receipt, it will go directly to my shop floor. It will not go into my inventory. The same, this functionality again in the same as uh, EBS also. EBS also it will show as a shop floor. The destination type as a shop floor it will show in EBS, but here it's showing a work order. Right? Click submit. So this my receipt number is 902. I have given my starting number is 9,000. Done. I'll go to my manufacturing here. I'll just uh, cancel. I'll click my 1002 and then I'll go to operations. I'll go to here, supplier operation details. Once I click the supplier operation details, your receipt, say 9002 is delivered. So this is how the manufacturing guy can able to track his PO number, what is my receipt number, what is my shipment details. Everything he can able to track it from here. Once everything is done, he received, and then go back again here operations. You see it got completed. Once you receive this OSP operations in your system, automatically the transaction will be completed. Right? If the docking, I mean the receiving dock guy is received, right? And then the shop floor guy can able to go and see, hey, this is my shipment number you received, right? Where you put it, in which place you kept that receiving material physically. So you can also, this is one way that the shop floor can able to interact with the receiving dock guy, and he can track his material where he kept in this the shop floor. Right? So once you're done, again, what you can do means you can go back again the uh, review dispatch list, you will move to 20 to 30th operation, right? So just click search, and so this is my 1002 is my job. Click here and quick complete. Done. So let me close this window. Done. Me send close, and let me close this. Done. Right. So let me go to see my work orders, manage work orders. I just clicked open all order. I'm sorry. So just you have to select the closed or complete orders also here. I'll go for all, select search. Once you click search, the 1002 is my complete. We'll go and see our inventory transactions, where what are the transactions now we got hit here, right? So take this job number, go to inventory management, inventory, something called like inventory review completed transactions. This is nothing but the material transaction EBS terminology, right? So my organization is SUB. My item is this. I'm sorry, I don't want to go for item. I want to go something like source type is a work order. And I want to go my reference field. Source reference is my work order number. I will give it here. Search source reference. Again, this is the same exist which is in EBS also, right? This is my source document is my work order number. This is my work order number. Click search. You see, these are the materials, comp 1, comp 2, comp 3 are my components, raw materials which I issued to the sub-assembly, the assembly, and those are all issued, and this got completed and put in my inventory. That's the positive quantity, and this is my transaction IDs. Click the transaction ID, you can see the more details on it. Right? So very important what type of transaction types, actions, and everything you can see it from here. So this completes how the OSP process will work in the system. There's a huge difference. I can say that to compare EBS in cloud, but the cloud is a tight integrated process. EBS, uh, there's a lot of gaps in EBS. I can say that because last implementation when I perform with the business, there's a lot of questions. We can't able to even answer those questions because that many gaps are there in EBS. But cloud is amazing. So feel free, connect with me if you have any questions, if you need any help anytime. So based on my availability, I can help you. And these are my details. my mobile number, my email ID, everything is there. And if you want to go for detailed session, I mean the foundation, strong foundation, you can talk with Nana. And this is the email ID of Nana, and this is the mobile number. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.